Hello, welcome back to the island. As you may have noticed, has been a little bit of change in the structure of the Let's Play. I've added a little VTuber model, so you guys can see a bit of my face and my reactions. Let's give something to sort of liven it up, instead of it just being just gameplay. I have a little, taking the form of a little cheer no Fumino. Make funny little expressions as we play along. Like if something particularly annoys me, I might get a little miffed, kind of angry, but yeah. So this should help liven things up. While we were away, I did do a little bit of gameplay, nothing too serious. I made sure all our crops were at 10. There's a reason for that. So our sugarcane's at 10. I got cactus and I made that all 10s, so it's producing a lot. Our melons are up to 10. Potatoes are up to 10. We're going to worry about that here a little bit later. For now, I really want to... Oh, I also had the... so I have this producing a lot of energy in the background. So this one's almost full, and then this one will fill up. So we'll have lots of energy to do whatever we want with for a while. But I really want to do something about the island. It's looking pretty ugly, and I said this is Yume Nikki themed, so gotta make it Yume Nikki themed. So my current plan is to start with Urutsuki's bedroom, but to do that, we're going to need gray. To get gray, we're going to need some form of black dye. The only way we can get any type of black dye anytime reasonably soon is going to be getting squids. Fortunately, I've had this stone cooking for just an occasion. We are going to start by trying to build us a squid farm. Not really a farm, but a place where squids can spawn at the very least. So, if I remember correctly, how they spawn is they need to be in an ocean. We are in an ocean biome, so check there. Needs to be below Y64. Check there. So, get some more materials. Clean out some of this inventory here. Just throw this junk in here. Sorry for any users who have, or viewers who have OCD. I'm a little disorganized, but I promise we'll take care of it. Okay. Within the fullness of time. All right. Let's keep stone bricks. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need these guys. Okay. So what we're going to try to be doing is making a big underwater box, or a big box filled with water, so that squids can spawn. Try to make it like 3 deep. Try to maximize our chances. Let's get some more cobblestone to lay out a frame. Alright, have to be extra careful here because falling off will be no good at all. Let's go pretty low. I think that's low enough. Oh, I need torches. Let's get some of those. This will be our first big step here. I've got a few different ideas for different areas we can make. Oop. I accidentally opened the coke oven. So, let's go get some torches. So get some wood. Fortunately, wood is easy to come by. Holy cow, yeah, that's a big one. We haven't had a big tree like that in a while. I believe they're called fancy oaks in the game's directory. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my little Cirno VTuber model. Speaking of, I am actually planning on making some Toho content, some Let's Plays, rebooting some fan games, and for that, the model will definitely fit. So I'm really looking forward to that. Other big news, I have applied for streaming on YouTube. So here soon, I might be able to go live and catch some of you guys in person instead of me recording it and then making a thumbnail like a few days later and uploading it. Yeah. That's no big deal. Like, life gets busy. This is more of a hobby than anything. I'm not trying to become some like crazy big YouTube star, but all right, down we go. All right, let's try to be. We got to be really, really careful down here because there is nothing to catch our fall. Right. Fortunately, this makes it a lot less stressful now that we have our builder's wand and can make this much more quickly. Okay. I'll press F7. And yeah, okay, we're good. But yeah, Cirno is one of my favorite characters from Toho, although that's not a particularly rare opinion. She's rather one of the poster childs of the franchise. All right. So I'm thinking of trying to make this area into sort of aqueduct theme. Or like not aqueduct, but like a reservoir, cistern, something like that. Some underground body of water, man-made body of water. Oh, that's a little too far. Let's break this. Okay. Let's build this out some more. So I'm not the best at like I'm not I'm not very good at building mob farms. So cards on the table there. So you'll have to forgive me if I make any obvious mistakes. Come on, Necro. I mean, have you ever built a mob farm in your life? Not really. Sorry. But let's see here. I just really want a place for these guys to spawn. So if we can get that, we should be good. I think we want it to be 3 deep. 3 deep sounds like a good idea. Okay. Let's put our tank down here. Start working on making corners of this place. All right. And a few other potential plans of how to get this black dye. I could have potentially made a pulverizer and pulverized coal. Use that as dye, but that's a bit beyond my means right now. Okay, just one way to get up here. Alright, yeah, this looks big enough to hold some squids. So I'm not really worried about the aesthetics of this place just yet. I just want black dye, for goodness sake. So we'll set this up and we'll see if any squid spawn. They do. Awesome. If not, then we'll probably just have to go back to the drawing board. But hopefully it'll work. I've got a good feeling. Got a good feeling about this. All right. Up we go. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Can't believe I was caught on stream not using my builder's wand after I grinded so hard for it. Here we go. Okay. And let's spread this water around. So fortunately, if you make like a dotted line around the corners, it should fill up with source blocks. Just like so. All right. We're going to do the same for the next level. Oh yeah, this is spreading really nicely. Get up here. Finish this off. So here. Okay, this is a little smaller than I wanted. But let's see if the premise works. So I just want to light it. I think the squids need darkness to spawn. So I'm just going to make sure mobs can't spawn on the side, and I need some more light right here. And then here. Here. And here. Oh. Should be plenty of room for some squids to spawn. We are in a deep ocean biome despite all the appearances. Now for the next project, which is going to require a few different cuts away, but that's okay. We're going to be working on trying to make a watering can that will allow us to progress our crops much more quickly. So I'm going to take a break, get it set up here. All right, here we are. We have all the materials we need to expand our farm because we're going to need quite a bit more room. But we are going to be making a watering, or starting progress to make a watering can, which is a sort of device that lets you fill up with water, and it will cause growth ticks for as long as you hold it over a crop, which is like bone meal on steroids. Because Minecraft crops, all of them, modded or otherwise, use growth ticks to increase their speed of growing, just how they grow. With this, it will make getting all other crops much easier. The problem is that we will need to get a bunch of other crops just to get a stab at this. So we need a watering can. So we need beet seeds, corn seeds, and kiwi seeds. And to get those, we need to crossbreed crops, which is very similar to something we've done before with our plants, but we need to actually use that to get wholly new plants by taking 2 existing plants. So let's go ahead and do this. Build up our farm area some more. Pull up my document that has what we need. Because there's a whole rigmarole we have to go through to get this. So beets are going to be the most difficult. And corn and kiwis are going to be less difficult. So we have all our vanilla seeds. We don't really have to worry too much about crossbreeding vanilla crops into other vanilla crops. And there is a silver lining. Since all our crops are 10s, when they mutate into the new plant, they will all their stats will start off at 5, making it a much easier job to increase their stats. Oop, that's the wrong block. Yeah, silly me there. There we go. Let's light this place up. And we have this, so we're just gonna fill it in. All this dirt is brought to us by a lovely contraption I made with those pumpkins. Now let's check, see if our squids are spawning. Down we go. In here? No. Fortunate, but we will need this. Perhaps I need to expand that. Might take a break when I expand that. I will show you how to crossbreed crops. Just gonna put this here. Set up a new little attic right here. Set it up with our crop pluses here. There we go. So, first ones we're going to need is potato. And wheat. So we have 10. 10. So I'll set it up. Set up like this. Make sure they're grown, and you can actually speed up this process by using bone meal, or in this case fertilizer, here on this little crop stick. So this is seeds, not what we wanted. Put that here. Potatoes, not what we wanted. Nope. believe this is right. Thrilling gameplay, I know, right? This is I just want to demonstrate how this works. So let's need beans. Bean seed is, oh, it's potato and pumpkins. That's why. Okay, let me just break this down again. So water can. Empty. So let's start with kiwis. Kiwis need cantaloupes, which comes from melons and strawberries. Strawberry comes from some poppies. We don't have poppies yet. Radish comes from tomato. Brussels sprouts. Tomato. Sweet potato. Okay, I'll start with sweet potato. I made some mistakes on my documentation. That was scary. Let's see. So this gives us pumpkins. Gives us have that. Okay, so let's get rid of this wheat. Let's get some of this pumpkin. So I just want to show you how it works here. I will show you. Let's see here. Nope. No, that's not what we want. No. Let's see how riveting and thrilling this is. And I'm going to be have to doing this quite a lot. Fortunately, I have already stocked up on a bunch of fertilizer in anticipation for this. Agricraft is useful, but the grind's a bit much. Like it's a little rough. Let's try this again. Do you need a... Yep, here we go, beans. Then let's get some of the let's get some sand because we need some more sand for some of these crops. All right. All right, we have beans here. It's just what we wanted. Let's just do it here. Let's do it like this. So, sugarcane seeds here. Then our, it's more potato seeds. Just steal this. So fortunately, plants don't have any chance to degrade in quality. That's why we can sort of get away with this, but here we go, bean seeds. Yep, see how they're all 5s? Makes growing them much easier. Gives us a head start because they're going to grow faster and we don't have to breed them up for as long. Show you. It's here. Oh, that's why I need to grow these up all the way. Potatoes, nope, not what we want. Is sweet potato seeds, right? So sweet potato seeds to grow on farmland. So sugarcane, potato. Oh, we got sweet potato seeds. Excellent. Must have missed that. But just like that, we will also get all 5s. Let's check on our squid farm one more time. See if any of those guys have spawned. No. Not currently. That's a bit frustrating. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break. I'll cut. I'll show you some of the fruits of my labor with AgriCraft. So till then. And I'm back. So I managed to plant some beans here, and the beans are going well. Got barley, I got sweet potatoes. There's a whole slew of crops I need to take care of. So that's going to be a little rough. But I do have some good, I also have some other news. I went down here and I expanded the squid tank. And so far, no squids, not a single one. So it's pretty frustrating. It's like I need some black building material. It's not quite obsidian because obsidian's too dark. But then an idea struck me. Why don't I just use black wool? Now, you may ask, like, oh, how are you going to get black wool? How are you going to get wool without any of the dye? You see, dear viewer, Minecraft spawn mechanics say that you don't necessarily have to be in the right biome. All you have to have is blocks above sea level with grass. So we are going to work on that. Make a staircase out over this way. We'll expand the island some more if you haven't been able to tell that. But yeah, like, I think it's going to be good. Right here should be good. Use our builder's wand. Sticking out our staircase. Then, just gonna expand this platform outward some more. Use our builder's wand. There we go. All right. Let's get our. We're just going to do this here. All right. Let's span this platform out some more. This is going to be the big use of our dirt. There we are. So I am stacking it up too thick, not just to be wasteful, but so that we can like dig little ponds in here if we want to. Yep, there we go. All right. Big dirt platform. Most part. Now all we need is a bit of grass. Just take one or two of our grass seeds. Oh yeah, I've also switched to eating pumpkin pies. So it's pretty good. It's a much better source of food than just relying on apples or even silkworms. So I have that going for me. So there we go. We have our grass planted. Let's make sure this place is lit up so we don't have any mobs we don't want to spawn here, crashing our party. Yeah, let's get some more. We're gonna get some more cobblestone. We're gonna expand this out a bit more, and we're gonna add some stairs here. Gimme. All right. Oh, we already have some stairs here. That's awesome. Just what we want. That should be good enough for now. All right. Up, up, up we go. We don't have to jump to get up here. Actually, our grass is spreading quite well. Let's build out our platform more. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't think of this earlier. Like, I mean, it was definitely kind of a silly move on my part. Forgot that sheep could spawn in with black or even gray wool, which is the type of blocks I need. Just something that's pretty close to a solid color. We'll be using the gray wool we're going to try to get to make Urutsuki's room, and the black wool will be one of our first areas. And we're calling it the tree exhibition. What it'll look like, I'll leave that as a little surprise for later. But we'll need quite a lot of black wool. All right, let's get some more dirt. And go. All right, now we just need to wait for this grass to spread, and hopefully we'll get some mobs. Meantime, we need to still work on producing our seeds and working on harvesting these pumpkins so we can put them through the composting. We don't have... We don't quite have a way to harvest these automatically. That's quite a big shame. This would be so much easier. Just put it in a machine, hook it up to power, and then have all the pumpkins we could want. And thus, we'd have all the dirt we could want. But it's going to be something we have to get later on. Right. All right. Just check up here just in case. I'll put down some more grass seeds just to help move along. So we do have just about all the chickens we could want in that little block right there. They're pumping out eggs like there's no tomorrow. Okay. Sprucing it right. We're almost maxed out on our energy cells, so maybe we can put them to use. But it does take quite a while for those eggs to fill back up. Right, you know what? It's getting a little too claustrophobic for my tastes. I say it's high time to expand this place. At the very least, we'll have lots of platforms to build things on. Sort of jumping off point. Actually, I have a better idea of what we can do with expanding this place. It's gonna be really dangerous though, so you'll kind of have to bear with me here. Right. Be extra careful not to fall through to bedrock, or into the void. But hopefully, this will address all future concerns with falling into the void. Keep a close eye on my Y position. Okay. There we go. A little light here. All right. Now it's raining, but we can't hear a thing. Totally not off-putting or anything. Okay. Be careful not to die. Oh, I need more cobblestone. Okay. We got this. Oh. All right. Almost there. All we need to do is a little something like this. Whoop. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Scary part is over. Just take this. We are going to make a floor. So in that case, if we ever fall out of the island, we can easily get our stuff down here. And as a bonus, we can get a bunch of slimes. I don't believe... Check Tinker's construct. Check their tool rods. So, slime tool rod, or a green slime tool rod's 0.5. What's a cobalt tool rod? Or a platinum tool rod. A shiny tool rod. Tool rod. Yeah, that's still better. But maybe for I mean, honestly, I would say cheaper tools, but I mean, what else am I going to use platinum for? So, really low here. So I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick cut. We're going to return to show you how much of the floor we can make. All right, until then. All right, I'm back and I have excellent news. We got mobs starting to spawn. A whole bunch of these chickens. So we don't really need these chickens. I have a gajillion eggs, but this nice pig here, excellent. Not sure what I'll need pigs for, but definitely going to make sure to make some pens over here. Oh, did that pig just... Okay, cool. The pig didn't walk off the island. That would have been... That would have been pretty bad. You know, if he just jumped off. So let's make some pens. Fortunately, I have some carrots on hand. Okay. Probably definitely need more of them. Ah, this is like the old recipe of fences. Oh, yes. So, yes. So, do there any other types of fences? Oh, that's odd. Huh. There's no spruce fences? Spruce fence gates. Oh, yeah, I guess there's just oak fences. 'Twas a simpler time. Yeah, this is back in 1.7.10, so... Make a... Come here, Mr. Pig. Time for you to be imprisoned for your crime of existence. Come on. Yeah. It's kind of funny how all these chickens got here. I don't think I threw any eggs over here. I mean, I don't really need all these chickens. I was actually having quite a few problems with mob spawning. I think it was because I had so many chickens over here. I pulled them all and then, well, all but like 2 of them. And then once I did that, I started getting some mob spawning over here. So I'm just gonna, don't worry, they don't feel a thing. Yes. Yes. During the cutaway, I've also been working on props. So I'll show you what progress we've made there. Here we are. So we've got our beans maxed out. Or, oh, I've been neglecting barley by accident. Sweet potatoes maxed out. Poppy seeds maxed out. Dandelions, we've got those. We maxed them out. Blue orchids are maxed out. I just planted some tomatoes. And that's a handful of crops out of like 15 or 20 I need to make. So, yeah, it's I got a long road ahead of me here. But we're making good progress. That's what matters. Right. And worked on the basement, or more accurately, the floor of the island. And we are over a slime chunk. So we're getting some slime spawning down here, so I've had to use my longsword in defense for the first time, fighting off these slimes. So for those of you who don't know how it works, certain chunks, 16 by 16 squares in the world, are designated as slime chunks. and those slimes will spawn underground. Although you can also have slime spawn in swamps, but that's based on the moon cycle. So slimes that slimes tend to spawn a lot more frequently during full moons in swamps, but slime chunks, they spawn regardless of light level, regardless of time of day. So as we make this floor, there will always be a risk of encountering slimes, which kind of a bummer, but fortunately slimes are very easy to kill. They give us a lot of slime balls, which I'm not entirely sure what's all we can use for that's super useful. I mean, oh yeah, slime in a bottle from Botania that tells you whether or not you're in a slime chunk. So if you have it in your inventory and it's jumping up and down, it means you're in a slime chunk. But most of this stuff, I'm not seeing much of this being useful. But I mean, we could always use an enchanter to make silk touch. That's kind of cool. But we can wait a minute. Putting an enchanter is kind of useless. Like, hold on a sec. Hold on a second. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Vanilla tools don't work very well. I mean, I guess you can make some stuff out of like thaumium or one of the modded materials if they haven't changed that. But yeah, it's kind of been pretty strictly outmoded by Tinker's construct. Because you can put modifier on that to give it silk touch, but yes, so far we've made some pretty good progress this episode. Got a bunch of our plants. We have patch of grass. We're going to try to get our sheep, so check on see if me being down here has caused any new mobs to spawn. I certainly hope so. Let's go take a look. Let's see. Just more chickens. Gosh darn it. Why can't you be sheep? But yeah. I think I'll call it here for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Let me know if you enjoy having me as Cirno down here on the bottom screen. I think it makes this stream a little bit more personality. You know, look at me, I'm adorable. But also lets you see more of my facial expressions, makes me a bit more expressive rather than just a disembodied voice. Hopefully we'll be able to get us some sheep, and we can get that gray wool. We can start gray and black wool. We can start making stuff. But until next time, this has been your host Necro. Catch you later. Stay safe. Bye bye.